So Frank, where are you today, and where have you walked since we last talked?
Well, the last time we talked, I was in near Moriarty, and I was a little bit outside of Albuquerque, and I was heading east. And since then, I've gone and completed going through Moriarty and a small town called Wagon Wheel, which is a grand total of a towing station. That's about it. Then Clive's Corner, and I'm now in Santa Rosa. And right now, I'm in the mesas of Santa Rosa, which covers probably, I'm not exactly sure, but looks like about 400 or 500 square miles of territory. And so I'm walking on some of the back roads, part of the old interstate, historic Route 66. And the locals remind me it's the pre-1937.
Oh, okay. Um, how many miles has it been in the last week, if you know?
We've done about 125 miles since then, and that was after the ankle injury. And it seems like that's recovered pretty well. The thing that's really been interesting is the past 3 days we've had those really severe winds that you saw that produced the tornadoes out in the Midwest. My heart goes out to those folks because I have to tell you, I only saw one half of it on my end. I saw the cold front coming down, and it was wicked. We were seeing winds of 30 to 50 miles an hour with gusts up to 60 and 70 miles an hour. And it was a little bit of a challenge walking in that stuff. If you're going with it, it's great. If you're going against it, it's not so much fun.
Oh, wow. Um, so what was the biggest challenge in walking against those winds and stuff for you?
It's actually, I just put something on the blog where I said it was almost a seminal event for me. In fact, it really was. Throughout my business career, one of the things, Brian, that I've always tried to do is remove obstacles and do things like that for clients and for myself. And this was one of these cases where, because of the mission that we've got at Good Shepherd Center, what we're trying to do is recognize that we have to overcome the obstacles, not just always just remove them. So we tried to persevere, made it through, did some good distances. We did 16 miles yesterday, but I had an ethics conference call for the Pennsylvania Institute of CPAs, where I'm a board member of the ethics committee. And then on top of that, I had to take care of some work for the MACPA. Got that done, and some logistics issues. So I did 16 miles yesterday into the winds. The previous 2 days were when the winds were really the worst, and they were when they were at a sustained 40 to 50 miles an hour with gusts up to 70 miles an hour. And I have to tell you, you really had to just bear down and decide you're going to do it. But in each of those 2 days, we did between 22 and 24 miles in the process. And I use the word we, Brian, because I'm doing this for the kids at Good Shepherd.
Yeah, definitely. I think talking about you'd said last week that they were going to have a ceremony in Grantsville. How did that go?
It went really well. What had happened was the local folks were just very, very supportive. So we had members of the Knights of Columbus come out, and they were very supportive. I met a local reporter out there as well, who was very, very, very much interested in the mission of what Good Shepherd is doing. New Mexico, as you saw in Albuquerque, and you're seeing this throughout the Southwest areas, have had a lot of issues where they're coming to recognize that if you don't deal with the behavioral issues of children when they're younger, it manifests itself when they get older. So the local officials were just very, very accommodating, very supportive. They told me where to go, and I had a great chance to go to see the lava fields out in Grants, which is when the last time you and I talked, we were actually physically talking when I was on the Continental Divide. But if you remember, I moved, after I got those 2 days done, I moved forward back into Moriarty and into Clive's Corner and the like.
Very cool. So over this next week, what do you hope to accomplish?
We're hoping. What I'm hoping to do now is 24 miles a day, step it up a little bit. I'm in the. Fortunately, I'm down below the 5,000 foot level, and without the winds today, it's actually been a delight to walk in this thing. I have to tell you a funny story. I was starting to walk this morning, and I was really leaning into it. And I did the first mile in about 12 minutes, which is not too bad. That's almost like a slow run. And then I realized I was trying to push into a wind that was non-existent. So then I just went back to a more normal pace. But I'm going from here after I do another couple days in Santa Rosa. I've got some areas that I've got to make up between Clive's Corner and Santa Rosa. Then I'm going to start heading east on Route 54 and head to Tucumcari, which is the last major town I'm going to see inside of inside of New Mexico. And once I'm in Tucumcari for a couple of days, I'm going to head on out then into Texas, Panhandle, Oklahoma in the following week, which I'll only spend a couple of days in those two areas as well.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you're definitely making some progress, and we're glad things are going well.
Well, I tell you, I really appreciate your support and the support of the MACPA and BLI. I miss all my friends back at the MACPA, and I can't wait to see you all when I get back.